Grand Rising. This is Latoya with Mystic Crystal Tarot. I'm gonna give a general reading today for a general reading for the collective today. Today I'm gonna skip the oracle cards because I noticed that my videos have been getting cut short. So let's hop into the message. Spirit, what messages do you have for the general collective today? Spirit, what messages do you have for the general collective today? Spirit, what messages do you have for the general collective today? Spirit, what messages do you have for the general collective today? Spirit, what messages do you have for the general collective today? Spirit, what messages do you have for the general collective today? What messages do you have for the general collective today? Spirit, what messages do you have for the general collective today? What messages do you have for the general collective today? Two of Swords, Two of Cups, and Two of Wands. Someone's trying to come to a decision pertaining to a connection with somebody. They're trying to decide what path to go down. So far we have air, water, and fire in the reading. Spirit, what messages do you have for the general collective today? I'm getting that this person is trying to come down to a decision about if they should reunite with a person. Or what direction should they take in the connection? We have the Nine of Swords, the Star, and the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Swords is somebody that's having sleepless nights, that's stressing about a particular situation. The Star is it could be the card of healing. Finding your personal power deep within. Being surrounded by the ancestors, being reminded by the ancestors also about your worth. And the Nine of Pentacles is a card of independence, or finding your independence. Somebody's gone through some deep healing within themselves. Probably going over past decisions that they've made. And they're realizing that there's they have to do some major corrections within their life. People might be seeing, some of you might be seeing 9 or 99 with your angel numbers. What other messages do you have for the general collective, Spirit? What other messages do you have for the general collective? What other messages do you have for the General Collective? What other messages do you have for the General Collective? Spirit, what other messages do you have for the General Collective? What other messages do you have for the General Collective? What other messages do you have for the General Collective? Spirit, what other messages do you have for the General Collective? What other messages do you have for the General Collective? Spirit, what other messages do you have for the General Collective? Page of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and Eight of Swords. The Page of Pentacles, which is the Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This person could be coming through with an offer, but they want to think about the offer that they're going to give you thoroughly. They want to have a proper plan. They're trying to figure out exactly what to say to you. And they're coming out of their comfort zone when they're doing this. What other messages do you have about this, Spirit? Spirit, what other messages do you have about this situation for the General Collective? What other messages do you have for the General Collective pertaining to this situation, Spirit? What other messages do you have for the General Collective pertaining to this message, Spirit? What other messages do you have? What other messages do you have? Yeah, it's definitely an Earth sign. This is the King of Pentacles. And the Fool. They've been holding back, or they felt like they had to stay guarded. They've been bottling their emotions inside. Mostly because they had a lot of growing to do. They had a lot of grounding to do. But now they're ready to take the risk of coming forward to you. They've been seeing the light. I'm going to do one last line. Spirit, what is this? Hold on. Okay. So they've done a lot of growing. They're ready for communication to see what conclusion they could come together with you. Together with you, sorry. You may be a water sign. They've been thinking about all the negative energy that they brought towards you. They've been thinking about all of the things that they've done in the past towards you. They're ready to open up to you. They're tired of being separated from you. And they've been very heartbroken. And they're ready to let down their walls, let down their guard. Okay, that is the message that I have for you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.